Hello guys, it's me, Miss Hakala again. Here to do another Jerry Snyder Guitar School lesson. We left off on page 75. We had just played Jingle Bells. We're going to learn one last song here, and then we're going to go back and review a couple of our songs with the accompaniment. So first we'll look at Peaceful Feeling at the bottom of page 75. This one has a da capo al fine, DC capo. If you look at the music, when we start at the beginning, we see there's a repeat sign. Okay, make note of that. Then at the end of the second line, there's a fine. We're going to ignore that fine the first time, but we are going to observe that repeat sign. So once you get to the end of the second line, it goes back to the beginning. We play the first two lines again. Then we go on to the third line, play the third line. When we get to the end of the fourth line, it says DC al fine. If you remember from our previous lessons, this is Italian and it's telling us where to go. So the DC means go back to the beginning. I like to think da capo, da cap. Where does the cap go? On the top of your head. So da capo means to go to the top. So once you get to the very bottom and it says DC al fine, goes back to the very beginning, play it again, and when you get to the fine, you're done. When you go back to capo, meaning the second time, you do not have to do the repeat. So the general rules are if there's a repeat, you only do it the first time. If you do a DS or a DC, and you go back to somewhere else in the music, you no longer have to do the repeat signs. I know it's kind of tricky, but it's just a general rule of music. So we'll try this one. Remember, we're only using our first three strings. So this one starts on our top string. 1, 2, 3. To the top. One, two, three. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Back to the top. So in this one, I forgot to mention it's in 3/4 before we started, meaning there's only 3 beats per measure. And we do have a couple of ties in there. Remember, when notes are tied, you're adding them together like math. All right, so that was the bottom of page 75. Now we're going to go back and review 3 songs. The 3 songs we're going to review are Prelude on page 72, Sort of Blue on page 73, and then Peaceful Feeling on page 75. We're going to do those as playing assignments. So I will play through them with the accompaniment, and then when I share this video with you, I will also be sharing the accompaniment recordings if you would like to play along with the accompaniments for your playing portion of this. Alright, so let's go back to page 72, looking at Prelude. Let me get the recording up here. Okay, get my fingers ready before I start.
Page 72, Prelude, Solo and Accompaniment. 1, 2, play.
case you forgot the rules for this one, I should have gone over that before I played it. Start at the beginning. When you get to the second line, notice there's the squiggle symbol and a fine. You're going to ignore those the first time. Play the third line. Then there's a DS L fine, which means go back to the symbol. Da symbol, DS is how I remember it. So that goes back to 5, and you play to the fine or the end. All right? Let's do that one again because I didn't go over the directions. So we'll play Prelude again.
Page 72, Prelude, Solo and Accompaniment. 1, 2, play.
Third line. There's a 5. Okay, so that will be one that you'll be videotaping and sending to me. The next one is that we're going to review is Sword of Blue on page 73. Let's go through this one before we play it. 3/4 andante, which means it's a slower one. I see at the end of the second line there is a repeat sign, and that goes back to the beginning, and then we play it all over again. We do have ties in here, so please remember to count your long notes. All right, let's get Sword of Blue pulled up here.
Page 73, Sword of Blue, Solo and Accompaniment. 1, ready, play.
Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually out of tune with this recording. I tuned my strings before I started the video, and my guitar is in tune, but that doesn't mean I can play in tune. Your fingers can make minuscule adjustments, and I don't know if you noticed when I was playing this one, I was actually looking down at my fingers a little more in this one, because I noticed I was out of tune, so I was trying to get it more right in the center of the fret. When I was out of tune, I was either a little too high or a little too low. So as you get more comfortable with playing the guitar, and if you can hear you're out of tune, like your notes are a little high or a little low, start really focusing on where you're placing your fingers on your frets. All right, and our last one that you're going to have to record for me is the one we started with today, page 75, Peaceful Feeling. And this one uses all 3 strings. Before we start, check it out. It's in 3/4. There's a repeat sign for the first 2 lines. Then we play line 3, line 4. Then we go back all the way to the beginning and we play our first 2 lines again. Stop at the fine. All right. Here we go.
Page 75, Peaceful Feeling. 1, ready, play.
Back to the beginning. is a peaceful feeling. Sorry for my mess up in the middle. But that's the nice thing about video. If you're recording this for me and you mess up and decide you don't want to do that take, erase it, start over. Alright guys, that is your only assignment for this week. You're going to record these 3 specified songs, and you can use the recording tracks or the accompaniment tracks if you wish. You don't have to. And these will be due by the end of the week. So I hope you guys are doing well. I really am starting to miss school at this point. I'm missing my kiddos. So hope you're all doing well, and hope to see you soon. Bye.